Hello there guys, welcome back to another C# tutorial. In the previous video we tried working with text boxes and buttons to create a simple calculator, and today I won't follow the same order and talk about labels or group boxes. I will jump ahead and we're gonna try to work with and design a text editor. Okay, so I'm gonna first create a Windows Forms application. I'm gonna hit OK. Obviously you would get a window here, and I'm gonna change the first property in this case, and let me close this window here. I'm gonna change the text property for the form. I'm gonna make this C# editor. Okay, so now designing a text editor is kind of very easy. It might not be very interesting at first, because we are not going to cover something new at the very beginning. Let me just show you this. Where is the text box? There's a text box, and I'm going to drop one here and use a multi-liner property. There we go. And well, let us try to view this one. Okay, so here we can write stuff, right, and press enter, and we can select some of the text, delete it. Maybe we can right click and make copy or paste, etc., right? But the problem is when you change the control here, the window size, the control keeps its original size, and so you get a distorted window like this. What you want to tell the control is to change its size when this window changes. Okay, so there are two ways you can do something like this. The difficult way, and the way that no one uses, but I want you to see how to do it. If you double click on the form, you get to display its events, right? So one of the events is in this case it's the load. Load is not useful. Okay, I'm just reminding you that the form itself has events. Let's go back here. There is an event here which is for the form, which is called resize. So let's go here, and I'm gonna select events, and let us go and search for resize. Is resize, right? Form resize, and press enter. So we get the event of the form here. And what are we going to do here? We are going to change the text box size at runtime. So I'm going to say text box 1 dot width equals this dot width. This dot width represents the width of the current form. But basically we want to well, let me show you this at first. Okay, and then let's see the problem. And text box 1 dot height equal this dot height. Okay, and now we are gonna run this code, right? Let me show this. You can see now it just expanded, and the text box is now going a little bit beyond the window. And the reason for this is very simple. We are saying for this text box to be having the same width of this window, but its location is starting from here, so it's ending outside the screen over there, and it's being clipped. So you need to reduce the width a little bit. So how do you do that? We are gonna subtract text box dot left, sorry, text box 1 dot left, multiply this by 2, and we are going to subtract here text box 1 dot top, multiply this by 2, and now we run the code, and we are going to change this. Okay, I'm doing something wrong again, right? Yep. Let me see. This dot width and yeah. What is that? Let me see what's going on here. Okay, so 12 dot width 301, right? So we have 301. We are subtracting 24. 24, yeah. This one's what? 12 multiplied by 2. Yep, this should work. I'm not sure why. I'm gonna make this multiply by 4 or something. But basically, the idea is, well, okay, I'm gonna fix this number here. I'm gonna say minus 40. I'm gonna fix this number. Sorry, my mistake. Anyway, I told you previously this was the hard way to do things. Okay, just want to show you that it works. You can see now minus 40 kind of worked here for the width. As for the height, I'm gonna change this to be minus 50 or something like that. Let's see. Okay, maybe a little bit minus 60. Okay, so now when we run the code and we are going to change its size, you can see now it is working. But as you can imagine, or as you might have seen, this is not a practical and easy way. You can of course do this in code if you would like to, but you will have to be concerned with these numbers and what is the width, what's the height, and also if you have multiple controls, you'll have to resize every single control through code, which is a time-consuming process and a difficult thing to do. So what's the solution? Well, that is an easy one that Visual Basic provides for us, and that is, well, if you select a control and if you go to the properties part, there is a property called anchor, and what that tells if you go here, it defines the edges of a container or to which a certain control is bound. Well, basically it means if you see there's this up left, I'm gonna just click here, and what that means, I want the edges of the control to be the same distance from top or from left and from the bottom part. Okay, so let us run this. Okay, wait a second. Why? What did happen? Let's go to anchor. Sometimes these weird things appear. Okay, so okay, so check this out. You can see now it has the same distance from the bottom of the screen. But this one doesn't work. Why? Because we didn't set the anchor on the right. So if we go back here and change the anchor, now what do we get? We get this one. You can see now there's no problem. Not only that, if we change this one and put it at this location, and next, check this out. You can see that even though it's not near the near the edges, everything gets changed. Okay, based on on a ratio. Okay, so this is a very powerful feature or very powerful property that allows you to resize the controls at runtime, and this is needed because basically in many cases users will need to resize the window, make it larger, smaller, based on their needs, either to see some information, make room for other things to appear, etc. So you must keep your controls at the proper sizes and don't allow them to be distorted. Okay, so now we know there's an anchor property, and that anchor property is available for these controls. Okay, so you should make use of them. Okay, so now we just learned another property today, but we have not finished the editor. We are capable of saving document or do anything. So we'll get into a new control. So we're gonna add a menu here for saving and doing some stuff. Okay, like this file menu or something like that. So if we go down here, where is the okay, so you see there's here a menu strip. Okay, so I'm gonna drag this one, drop it on the form, and you have two things. You have here, there's a menu strip 1, and this represents the control, and above on top here, let me show you. If I click on the menu, it appears here. Okay, you'll see this menu editor. This is the menu, and it is also the menu editor. Okay, and what you can do here is just start typing. So I can say here hello, and as soon as you do that, you see there's a type here and type here. Where this type here part means you can add another main menu, second menu, third menu. If I go and click this one, I'm going to type here item 1. This is going to be item 2. This is going to be item 3. Okay, and I can put, you know, or expand the menu here to be part of 3. So it's very straightforward. You just type whenever you want to make, you know, another option of menus, and it's very easy to do. Okay, regardless of that, if I want to delete something, let me see, we can press delete on the keyboard and we delete everything. That's fine. However, you see there's this simple box with a simple triangle in it. If you click it, as we said before, we can always click that and display some options, right? So what do you see? We gonna find insert standard items. I'm gonna click insert standard items, and directly you're gonna see all these, you know, items created for you. Okay, these items are available, but there's no code behind them, so you'll have to write your own code. And also you'll find that there are some images available also, or icons for these commands, and there are shortcuts. Well, this is the easy part. You can also create your own. So let me remove these menus and try to do something similar ourselves. Okay, so if you want to do that, obviously we'll have to write file, and here you are gonna add, sorry, I can say new, and now we don't have a shortcut. However, if you click this item, okay, and you want to add a shortcut, let's go here. Okay, let me see. I haven't worked with this for quite a while, but anyway, there should be drop the items. Where's that? Right, left. Okay, so there's shortcut keys. There we go, and you can open this. You can say, for example, I want to press the control and maybe N letter. Okay, now what do you see? There's control N, and this means that this command would get executed. Okay, and what about the icon then? Well, there should be an image property, so we can click this one. You can import here, this one here. Okay, so you can display this image. Okay, no problem, and you can see the image is being displayed in this part. That's easy and straightforward, right? Okay, so far so good. Now So this is basically how you create a menu quickly. Now, what about the code behind these menus and behind these menu items? Well, you can just double click this one and you'll find that there is a click event, and you can make use of that. So for the new, I'm going to say textbox1.text equals nothing, which is going to clear everything. And now we're going to run this, and I'm going to let me write something first. Enter. I'm going to say file and the new, and everything is gone. I'm going to write some text and then press Ctrl N, and everything goes away because the new command or menu item has been executed. Okay, so what also do we have? Let's go and click here. Okay, there are some other properties. There is rendering mode. Okay, so there is a professional mode. Just the way it's gonna appear. It's only the way the menu is gonna appear. Okay, and there's the system. Okay, so a slight differences between these. Okay, and yeah, this is the basic idea. Now, there's also something called a dock. We talked about the anchor property, but we didn't talk about docking. But basically, you can change the way this menu docks. So we can make the menu go to the right if you would like to for some reason. Okay, so basically, let me just show you this. You can, if you want, you can make the menu appear on the right. So you can see here. Okay, it doesn't make sense, but you can do something like that if you want to. Okay, so I'm gonna change the docker property. I'm gonna make it, let's say, bottom. So you have the menu here, like, you know, the start menu or something like that. Okay, and you can change it, of course, to the right, or make it go up as it is supposed to be. Okay, so let me put this one back the way it was. I'm gonna change this into, well, edit items. Okay, so let me show you this just a second. Okay, let me, oh wait a second, maybe I should have deleted everything. So I deleted all of these, and I'm gonna insert standard items quickly. Okay, so now we have these standard items. Well, you can add the menu items. These are called the menu items again, and you can edit them. Okay, so if you go to the right, you'll find that there is an items property, and here it says collection. So here you can click this one, and you will see all the menu items. So this is like a quick menu editor. Here you will select the items, change their orders, etc. Okay, so there's this one's basically, you know, the file menu. This is the edit menu. This is the tools menu, and actually you can change the order. So here I'm gonna move the help. As you can see visually, I can change the location from here and see where that goes. Does that make sense? Okay, also the same is true for edit. So okay, so I can change things here the way I like. There's no problem. Okay, so here let's go to the file menu, and here in the drop down items you can click. Of course, before that you can change a number of properties like the name of this menu control, its alignment, and other members. But you can also go to the drop down items, click these ellipses, and you can see what the file menu itself, what does it contain, and also you can change its contents or the order of its contents. You can remove items, move things up or down in any way you like, whatever makes you comfortable with your work. Okay, what about if we want to add stuff? You can just say add menu item, or you could add a combo box if you would like to, a text box, or a separator. Okay, so these, allows you to just for the test, let's just add a text box and add a separator and add a combo box. Maybe I forgot to add another separator. This is a separator, and I will put it before the text box. There we go. So we have a separator, text box, separator, combo box, just to show you these controls. And we can say here OK. You can say OK, and if I click here, yeah, you can see this is the combo box and this is the text box. So I'm gonna run this, and there's the file menu. There's the text box I told you about, and there's a combo box. Well, there isn't any item bound to this combo box, so I have to fill it in order to display text. And also I didn't talk about combo boxes, but we can cover combo boxes later on. Okay, so today our main focus is on menus and a few other properties like the anchor, as we said before. Anyway, so let's go back to our editor here, and let me remove these fields. So I'm gonna select this one, and yeah, I've deleted the menu. Okay, let me delete everything and insert the standard the standard controls. Delete. Everything's being deleted. And now I'm gonna click here and say insert standard items again. So we have these, no problem. For the file in new, I'm gonna double click that, and you can see that it created another method because this one's still linked with the old event, and when we deleted that control, it forgot about the method, So anyway, I think we can delete this one safely, and here we're gonna say text box 1.text equals nothing, semicolon. So this is in a new method. Open. We have to know how to deal with files. Okay, save as also we have to know how to deal with files. This one requires working with the printers and printer preview, so we will have to work on that. But for exit, there's something very easy how you can exit the application. We just say end. Sorry, that was in Visual Basic. Okay, and yeah, what do you do here? I think here there is application.exit. Yes, exit or something like that, and semicolon. And let's see if this one works. I go file and exit. Wonderful. So we can stop the application quite easily. Okay. For edit, that is copy, cut, and paste. For copy, you want to call the clipboard dot set text. This is a property, and we are going to say text box 1 dot selected text. Okay, the selected text property returns the text that is being selected in the text box. So when you say copy, you want to set the clipboard with that value, right? And when you say paste, you want to say clipboard dot we say text box 1 dot selected text equals clipboard dot get text, semicolon. So what is a clipboard here? It's an object that represents the clipboard, and it is dealing with that. You can set the text, get the text, set the data, get the data very easily. Okay, and finally you have the cut method, and the cut method basically copies to the clipboard and deletes the selected text. So I'm going to say clipboard.setText text box 1.text selected text. Okay, and well, text box. One dot selected text equals nothing. Wonderful. So let us try this out and see how this goes. This is a test for the clipboard. Wonderful. I'm going to select test, edit, and copy. Go here. I'm going to say edit and paste, and it's working. I'm going to select the E and S letters, and I'm going to cut them, and I'm going to edit and paste them. Okay, or maybe use the shortcuts. Okay, it's as simple as that. Okay, so it's quite straightforward to define menus and make a simple text editor. Of course, we didn't implement all the functionality because we still haven't figured out how to work with files. We are going to cover this later on, but right now the important thing is that you understand how to work with menus and define them for your controls. And also we talked about how to work with the anchor property and how to prevent your application from getting distorted, or the controls on the form from getting distorted. Okay, that's all for today. I hope you find this useful. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.